She said, "If you can't handle me in my worst, you don't deserve me in my best." I said, "That's fair." Then I packed while she was out and left a note. "Good luck finding someone who can." Her text when she read it. "Wait, you were serious?" Original post. I, 31 male, met Vanessa, 29, 3 years ago at a friend's barbecue. She was funny, confident, beautiful. We clicked immediately, moved in together after a year. That's when things started changing. See, Vanessa had this thing she'd say whenever she acted out. "If you can't handle me in my worst, you don't deserve me in my best." First time I heard it was after she threw a complete meltdown at a restaurant because they got her order wrong. I'm talking full-on yelling at the waiter, demanding to see the manager, calling the food disgusting slop. I apologized to everyone, paid, and we left. In the car, I tried talking to her about it. "Babe, that was really harsh. The waiter was just doing his job." She turned to me with this look. "If you can't handle me in my worst, you don't deserve me in my best." And just like that, conversation over. She smiled like she'd won something. That phrase became her shield for everything. Showed up 2 hours late to my mom's birthday dinner without calling. "If you can't handle me at my worst." Screamed at me for leaving dishes in the sink overnight. Same excuse. Threw my favorite jacket in the trash because she didn't like how it looked on me. You guessed it. The worst part? I kept excusing it. Told myself everyone has bad days. Told myself the good times made up for it. They didn't. 3 weeks ago was my breaking point. We were supposed to go to my best friend Derek's wedding. I've been best man, did the whole speech thing, really important day. Vanessa promised she'd be ready by 1 p.m. Ceremony started at 2. 1 p.m. came. She was in the shower. 1:30 p.m. She was doing her makeup. "Babe, we gotta go. We're gonna be late." "Calm down, we have time." We didn't. At 1:45, she decided her dress didn't look right. Changed into another one. Then back to the first one. I'm standing by the door in my suit, keys in hand, watching my phone blow up with texts from Derek asking where I was. "Vanessa, please. The ceremony starts in 15 minutes. "Oh my God, stop pressuring me. You're making me anxious." We got there at 2:47. Ceremony was over. Derek was hurt. I could see it in his eyes when he spotted me during photos. His mom gave me this disappointed look that made me want to sink into the ground. I missed my best friend's wedding ceremony because my girlfriend couldn't be bothered to respect a timeline. Vanessa didn't apologize once. Spent the reception on her phone, complained about the food, left early because she was bored. On the drive home, I finally said it. "That was really messed up, Van. I missed Derek's ceremony." She rolled her eyes. "It's not that deep. You saw him at the reception. It is that deep. He's my best friend. I was supposed to be there. Whatever. If you can't handle me at my worst." "No." I cut her off. "Don't say that. That's not an excuse for treating people like garbage." She went quiet, then exploded. Started screaming about how I was attacking her, how I was just like everyone else who couldn't handle a strong woman. Said I was controlling, manipulative, that I was trying to change her. I pulled over. "I'm not doing this right now." Typical. Run away when things get hard. I drove the rest of the way in silence. She slammed the apartment door when we got home. That night, lying in bed while she snored beside me, I realized something. This wasn't going to get better. She didn't think she was doing anything wrong. Why would she change? Spent the next 2 weeks planning. Quiet, careful planning. Last Tuesday, Vanessa had plans with her friend group. Some spa day thing they do monthly. She'd be gone 9 a.m. to probably 8 p.m. based on past trips. I called out sick from work. The second she left, I got to work. See, the apartment lease was in both our names, but I'd been paying 70% of rent because she said her graphic design freelancing wasn't consistent. Landlord confirmed either tenant could terminate the lease with 30 days notice and a fee. I paid the fee, signed the paperwork. We had to be out by end of next month. Then I started packing. Just my stuff. Clothes, electronics, books, my gaming setup, bathroom stuff, kitchen items I brought in. Took about 4 hours. Called Derek. Yeah, he was still mad, but he's a real one. He came over with his truck. "You sure about this?" he asked, loading boxes. 100%. Good. About damn time. We moved everything to a storage unit I'd rented the week before. Then I drove to the apartment I'd secured across town. 1 bedroom, cheaper than our place, all mine. Spent another few hours moving my stuff in. Got back to the old apartment around 6 p.m. Place looked different with my stuff gone. Emptier. Vanessa's leopard print throw pillows on the couch looked ridiculous without my normal furniture to balance them out. I sat down and wrote the note. Kept it simple. Vanessa, I moved out. Lease is terminated. We both have to be gone by the end of next month. I've covered the termination fee. Your portion of this month's rent is covered. You were right about one thing. If I can't handle you at your worst, I don't deserve your best. The problem is, I haven't seen your best in over a year. What I've seen is someone who treats service workers like dirt, shows up hours late to important events, and uses a Pinterest quote to justify hurting people. I can't do this anymore. I deserve to be treated with basic respect. You deserve someone who thinks your worst is acceptable. That's not me. Good luck finding someone who can. Take care of yourself. Left it on the kitchen counter, propped against the coffee maker. Took one last look around. Felt nothing. Maybe relief. Drove to my new place. Ordered pizza. Unpacked some boxes. Called my parents. Told them I'd moved out. Explained why. Mom cried a little. Happy tears. She never liked Vanessa. Dad just said, "Proud of you, son." Around 9 p.m., my phone started buzzing. Vanessa. Hey, babe, where are you? Your stuff is gone? Vanessa. Did we get robbed? Vanessa. Call me. Vanessa. This isn't funny, where are you? Then she must have found the note. Vanessa. Wait, you were serious? Vanessa. You actually left? Vanessa. Over one mistake? I stared at that. One mistake. Missing the wedding was apparently one mistake in her mind. Didn't respond. Blocked her number. Derek texted. Asterisk, she's blowing up Kelsey's phone asking if I know where you are. What do I say? Tell her I moved. Nothing else. Copy that. Beer this weekend? Yeah, man. And Derek? I'm really sorry about the wedding. Water under the bridge, bro. Just glad you got out. Went to bed in my own apartment. In my own bed. In my own space. Slept better than I had in months. Update 1, 4 days later. Holy hell. The entitlement levels are off the charts. So after I blocked Vanessa's number, she started getting creative. Started with social media. Sent me like 30 Instagram DMs, ranging from, "Baby, please talk to me," to "You're a coward for leaving a note," to "I deserve an explanation." Blocked her on everything. Then her friends got involved. Her best friend Whitney called me Thursday night from a number I didn't recognize. Hey, it's Whitney. We need to talk about Vanessa. No, we don't. Dude, she's a mess. She's at my place crying. You just left her. Yeah, I did. Over what? You guys got in a fight and you just bolt? That's so immature. Whitney, did she tell you why I left? She said you freaked out over her being late to something. Derek's wedding. I was best man. She made us 3 hours late. I missed the ceremony completely. Silence. Then, okay, but like, it's not like she did it on purpose. She just takes time getting ready. She takes time being inconsiderate. There's a difference. You're really going to throw away 3 years over that. It wasn't just that. It was 3 years of excuses and disrespect. I'm done. She's saying you abandoned her. Left her with apartment stuff to deal with. The lease is terminated. She has until end of month. I paid the fee. She doesn't have money to move. Not my problem anymore, Whitney. She's an adult. Wow, you're really just done? Cool. Yep. Have a good night. Hung up. Blocked that number too. Friday, my boy Derek texted me screenshots. Vanessa had posted on her Instagram story. When someone who loved you abandons you over nothing. When they can't handle a real woman. Trash took itself out, I guess, face with rolling eyes. I laughed. Sent Derek back. Asterisk, still the victim in her story, huh? Always is bro, Kelsey showed me more. She's milking this hard. Saturday morning, I got a knock on my door. Opened it thinking it was a package. Nope. Vanessa's mom, Patricia. We need to talk. She pushed past me into my apartment. Hello to you too, Patricia. She wheeled around. Do you have any idea what you've put my daughter through? I left a relationship that wasn't working. That's what I put her through. You abandoned her. With a note. Who does that? Someone who's tired of being disrespected. Oh, please. Vanessa adores you. She's devastated. And now she's scrambling to find a new place because you decided to end the lease without discussing it. I gave proper notice. She has 4 weeks. That's legal and reasonable. Patricia crossed her arms. She can't afford her own place. Her freelancing isn't steady. Then she should figure that out. Not my responsibility. You're being cruel. After 3 years, you owe her. I owe her nothing. I paid more than my share for 2 years. Covered her when work was slow. Dealt with her tantrums. I'm done. This is about the wedding, isn't it? Patricia's voice got sharp. Derek was always jealous of your relationship with Vanessa. He probably convinced you. Derek had nothing to do with this. Vanessa made us 3 hours late. I missed my best friend's ceremony. She didn't care. It was an accident. It was a pattern, one I'm not dealing with anymore. You'll regret this. Vanessa is a catch. You'll never find better. I open my front door. Then someone else can catch her. Please leave. She left, but not before calling me selfish and telling me Vanessa deserved better anyway. Sunday, got a text from a number I didn't know. Unknown. This is Vanessa's brother Trevor. You need to help her move. You created this situation. Didn't even respond. Just blocked it. The entitlement is wild. Everyone in her circle thinks I'm supposed to just, what? Come back. Help her? Fund her next place? Absolutely not. My lease here is signed. My stuff is unpacked. I changed my address for mail. Updated my emergency contacts at work to remove her. Bought groceries for one. It's peaceful. Vanessa can handle her worst on her own now. Update 2, 2 weeks later. All right, so the entitlement somehow got worse. Like impressively worse. Week 1 after my last update was mostly quiet. Figured they'd all given up. Wrong. Last Monday, I got a call from my apartment complex office. The manager, Luis, sounded confused. Hey man, got a weird situation. Had someone claiming to be your girlfriend, trying to get a key to your unit. My blood went cold. What? Yeah. Woman named Vanessa. Said you two lived together, and she forgot her key. Demanded we let her in. We don't live together. We broke up. She's never lived here. That's what I thought. She got pretty heated when I said no. Started yelling about how you stole her stuff, and she has a right to access the apartment. She's lying. If she shows up again, call the cops. I'll send you an email confirming she's not authorized. Will do. Just wanted to give you a heads up. I sent that email immediately with a formal statement that Vanessa had no legal right to access my apartment. Also swung by the office after work to make sure they had my photo and hers, pulled from old social media before I blocked her, so they'd know who to watch for. Wednesday night, Derek called. Bro, you're not going to believe this. Try me. Vanessa showed up at our house. Kelsey answered the door. She went off. What did she say? Kept demanding to know where you lived. Said, Derek, poison your mind against her. That you two were fine until I got jealous and made you leave. Kelsey told her to leave, or she'd call the cops. Jesus. Did she? Nah, she left. But she sat in her car outside for like 20 minutes. Kelsey was freaked. I went out and told her if she didn't leave, I'd call the police myself. She drove off yelling about how we'd pay for this. I'm sorry, man. I didn't think she'd drag you guys into it. Not your fault. She's unhinged. Watch yourself. I did watch myself. Started checking my car before I got in it. Vary my route to work. Kept my apartment door locked, even when I was home. Thursday, my manager called me into her office. My stomach dropped. Please don't tell me Vanessa called my job. Got a strange call this morning, she said. Woman claiming to be your wife. Saying you're going through a mental health crisis, and she needs to speak with you urgently. There it is. I'm not married. That was my ex-girlfriend. We broke up 3 weeks ago. That's what I figured. She couldn't provide any verification. Wanted your schedule, your cell number, mentioned something about you stealing from her and abandoning her. All lies. I ended the relationship, moved out of our shared apartment properly. She's harassing me now. My manager nodded. Okay, I'll note this in case she calls back. You might want to document everything. Maybe look into a restraining order. I'm working on it. I'd started keeping a log. Every text from unknown numbers, 3 so far. Every attempted contact through friends, the apartment incident, showing up at Derek's. Consulted with a lawyer Friday morning. He said I had enough for a harassment order if it continued. Friday night, got home from grabbing dinner to find my car keyed. Deep scratches down the passenger side. Coward carved into the paint. No cameras in my section of the parking lot. Naturally. Filed a police report anyway. Cop asked if I knew who might have done it. Told him about the breakup, the escalating harassment. He took notes, said without proof they couldn't do much, but it'd be documented. Cost estimate to fix it? $1,800. Insurance would cover most of it after deductible, but still. The audacity. Saturday morning, my phone rang. Unknown number. Almost didn't answer, but something made me pick up. Hello. You think you're so smart, don't you? Vanessa's voice. She sounded unhinged. Hiding in your little apartment. Turning everyone against me. Vanessa, stop calling me. You ruined my life. I had to move in with my parents because of you. You ruined your own life by treating people like garbage. Stop calling me. I did everything for you. Everything. And you just leave? What did you do for me, Vanessa? Seriously. What? I loved you. I was there for you. You were late to everything. You disrespected my friends and family. You made every situation about you. That's not love. If you can't handle me at my worst. I couldn't. You were right. And now you get to find someone who can. Good luck with that. I hung up, blocked the number, hands shaking from adrenaline. Called the lawyer back. I need that restraining order paperwork. Now. He sent it over that afternoon. Filled it out with every incident documented. Filed it Monday morning at the courthouse. Hearing scheduled for next week. Meanwhile, my car's getting fixed. I'm sleeping with a baseball bat next to my bed, and I'm getting a Ring doorbell installed tomorrow. The consequences of her actions are finally hitting her. She lost the relationship, the apartment, her narrative, because Derek and Qley are telling people the truth, and now she's facing legal consequences for harassment. All because she thought, if you can't handle me at my worst, was a magic phrase that let her act however she wanted. Spoiler alert, it's not. Final update. 1 month later. Time to close this chapter for good. The restraining order hearing happened. Vanessa showed up with Patricia and Trevor. All three of them looking like I was the villain in their story. Judge reviewed my documentation. The texts, the workplace call, attempted break-in at my apartment, showing up at Derek's house, the keyed car. Vanessa's lawyer, some guy Patricia probably called in a favor from, tried to argue I was overreacting to a woman in distress, trying to get closure. Judge wasn't buying it. Ma'am, you attempted to gain unauthorized access to his residence, contacted his workplace under false pretenses, and there's a police report documenting vandalism to his vehicle. This goes beyond seeking closure. Vanessa started crying. The theatrical kind. Your Honor, he just left me. With a note. I just wanted to talk. And he has made clear he does not wish to communicate with you. That is his right. Restraining order granted. 1 year, no contact. She has to stay 500 feet away from me, my home, my workplace. Can't contact me directly or through third parties. She sobbed, leaving the courthouse. Patricia shot me a death glare. Trevor actually looked embarrassed. The old apartment situation resolved itself too. And a month came. I didn't show up for the final walkthrough because, obviously, got an email from the landlord later. Vanessa apparently left the place trashed. Holes in walls, stains on carpet, damaged bathroom fixtures. She tried to claim I did it. Landlord pulled the photos from when I moved out. I'd done a full walkthrough and taken pics, sent them to him. Place was spotless then. Her half of the security deposit went to damages. She still owes like $800. Landlord's pursuing it through small claims. Found out through Derek, who heard from mutual acquaintance, that Vanessa's been telling people I financially abuse her and trapped her in the relationship, that I was controlling, and the restraining order proves it. Funny how she flips the script. Most people aren't buying it, though. Derek and Qley have been real ones, telling anyone who asks what actually happened. My missed wedding ceremony is pretty hard to spin as me being the bad guy. Work-wise, everything's good. My manager's been cool about the whole thing, even checked in a few times to make sure I was okay. Turns out Vanessa had called 4 times before my manager finally told me. 4 times pretending to be various people trying to reach me for emergencies. They didn't fall for it, but they documented it all. Dating? Not yet. Not ready. Working on myself. Go to therapy to process everything. My therapist says I was in a relationship with someone who had narcissistic tendencies. That the quote Vanessa kept using was a manipulation tactic, making her bad behavior my failing instead of hers. That clicked for me. For 3 years, I've been apologizing for her worst instead of expecting her best. Thinking if I just loved her harder, supported her more, gave her more chances, she'd change. She never would have, because she didn't think she needed to. I'm in a good place now. Apartment's fully set up. A new TV, a better couch, redid the whole space exactly how I want it. No leopard print throw pillows. No tantrums about dish placement. Just peace. Derek and Kelsey had me over for dinner last weekend. We laughed about old times, talked about the future. Derek apologized for being mad about the wedding. I told him he had every right to be. We're good. My parents visited 2 weeks ago. First time Mom met Vanessa, she told me privately she seemed high maintenance. Mom was being nice. High maintenance doesn't cover it. Dad took me out for drinks while Mom stayed with my little sister. Told me he was proud I knew when to walk away. Most people stay too long in bad situations, he said. Takes guts to leave. The revenge part? It wasn't dramatic. No grand gesture. It was just leaving, taking away the one thing she thought she'd always have, me putting up with her worst. She thought that, quote, gave her permission to treat people however she wanted without consequences. Turns out, consequences exist. Lost the relationship. Lost the apartment. Lost her entire support system except her enabling family. Got a restraining order. Owes money for damages. Her reputation is wrecked among anyone who knows the real story. And I'm just living my life. Working, hanging with friends, learning guitar, something I wanted to do, but Vanessa said was a waste of time, sleeping well, eating what I want when I want it. The satisfaction isn't in her suffering. It's in my peace, in knowing I don't have to walk on eggshells or make excuses or miss important events because someone thinks if you can't handle me at my worst is a license to be terrible. If there's anything I learned, that quote is garbage. Your worst shouldn't require someone to handle it. Your worst should be something you work on, not something you weaponize. Real love means being your best for someone, not expecting them to tolerate your worst. To anyone reading this who's in a similar situation, you're not being too sensitive. You're not overreacting. If someone consistently treats you badly and hides behind quotes and excuses, get out. You deserve basic respect. It's not negotiable. Vanessa's still out there somewhere, probably telling anyone who'll listen that I'm terrible. Maybe she'll find someone who can handle her worst. Maybe she'll learn and grow. Maybe she won't. Either way, that's not my problem anymore. And honestly, that's the best feeling in the world.